Spoilers and offensive content to come.
We are Carlos Dave Anime. We are, in fact, the best anime review reaction show on the internet. And today we're going to watch episodes 6 and 7 of DuckTales 2017. Now, there's some confusion because in some regions, these aired in reverse order. We are going to be watching them in the order of episode 6 being The House of Lucky Gander, and episode 7 being The Internal Internship of Mark Beaks.
I'm actually hoping that we get a segment soon where they reveal why Donald has become the way he is and maybe knock him a little bit out of it.
I like this character because if you think about it, in the old comics, Duckburg was kind of created for Donald, and he was kind of the everyman working stiff character. Mm-hmm. But he never had this animosity towards Scrooge the way he does. You're right, something changed him, right?
Yeah.
That's another...
Probably to do with his sister.
That's another Gravity Falls parallel this has, where he's kind of like Uncle Stan in a way. A lot more responsible, mind you.
Yeah.
This was an episode that, in the original airing order, came before a lot of the stuff we've already seen. So, I don't think anything is terribly affected by that. It would have been nice if the original airing order happened, because then we would have had that balance of adventure episodes and stuff in Duckburg. Now, Disney wanted a different order, and I think I get the logic behind their order. Their order introduced Lena sooner, and also the episode where Lena clashed with Miss Beakley. And maybe they were worried that people would forget who this new character is. Maybe, because Lena is not as well known as any of the DuckTales mainstays. And especially not Donald. Here's the thing. I love Donald. I want to see more of Donald in the show. But he can afford to skip several episodes, because you're not going to forget Donald fucking Duck.
Or Scrooge.
Or Scrooge McDuck, for that matter.
The more important of the two.
No, absolutely not. That's insane.
I could do without a whole season of Donald.
I could do without a whole season of you! But here I am, Dave!
At least stay for the floor show. Aquarion, the sacred waters of Aquarion. The biggest indoor water spectacle in the Eastern Hemisphere.
Biggest waste of water is more like it. I mean, how many million gallons are you going through a day just for some dumb...
In a time before time, the earth lies beneath a watery grave. There is only light. There is only ocean. And among all the primal chaos, there lives Aquarion.
Water, dancing, a calm washing over me. Never felt so at peace.
This show sounds like the kind of thing that you'd like.
No.
Aquarion. Souls. Bunch of bullshit water show. Actually, I don't actually know. How do you feel about Vegas-esque water shows?
Look, you can do some impressive things with water and light.
The correct answer is fuck that noise.
But I would not pay $5 for that. Nor would I waste 5 minutes of my time.
I remember when I went to Vegas. I didn't leave my building. Fuck that heat.
Well, Donald's dead. Moving on.
Donald has died.
Now that we've gotten rid of the junk character, let's move on.
You'd probably want Gladstone in his place or some shit.
No, we got Scrooge. We got all the good stuff.
Dude, fuck you, man. Like, Donald is this show's...
Junk?
No, I can't even find a comparison, because there's no greater character than Donald Duck.
Dead weight. There's so many things I can qualify Donald with.
The heart of Disney, Donald Duck.
No.
Absolutely.
That's goofy.
Question.
Yep.
In this world, Cape Suzette exists.
Yep.
Which means that...
Shere Khan.
Shere Khan.
Yep. But as we've already talked about previously, there are the human-like animals, and then there's the animals.
Is it really so weird when you consider that in real reality, there are humans and there are apes. Like apes and monkeys and shit?
Exactly.
Is it really that odd?
No.
that there are tigers and tiger people?
Not at all. Man, I am on Scrooge's side. Finally, something's happening.
I just want to point out that in his rage, Donald's scream destroyed a magic tiger.
Hey, I may be okay with Donald not being part of this show, but when Dog goes all Akuma, nothing stops him.
I believe the term is K-groove. What did you think of the House of the Lucky Gander?
This episode did not make me hate Donald or Gander any less.
You know, Gladstone Gander, he's a pretty amazingly designed character when you think about it. I don't think I've ever liked Gladstone Gander, ever. I think he's always just this perfect, hateable asshole.
Yes.
Because he's lucky, but he's not nice or fucking like he's not out to get you. It's just that he's so lucky and he's so arrogant about it. It's so annoying.
And that's just it. If at least he was doing something with his money, like charity or something, you could get behind the character. But he doesn't. He's just an ass.
Yeah, he's an ass. He's arrogant. Like, he's full of himself, right? And I mean, that makes sense. You have the contrast between the guy who has everything handed to him and Donald, who had to fight for every scrap of it. And this is one time that the nephews actually got to see Donald being the adventurous sidekick. I hope they see more of that because, you know, he used to be Scrooge's sidekick. There's this side of Donald they've never seen, right? Like,
and that's what I meant earlier by saying that I want to see him move beyond this. Is he was an adventurer, which means he had pre-rage a spine.
Here's the thing. He might have lost his spine. He hasn't lost any of his skills.
No.
He is still able to act very heroically and he's very physically capable.
Yep.
Without any issue, especially in rage mode. It's just that something happened.
Yeah.
And there's this fear that overtook him.
And this is going to be part of his growth.
In a way, he's kind of like Luigi, where Luigi, when you stack him up to Mario, he's the better brother. But there's this fear that keeps him from, like, being as heroic, right?
Yep. Idea of the two of them going to a club and staring at each other until one loses is just hilarious. Like, that's how you start off the day at 5 a.m. Staring at each other.
Seems like a waste of time.
So, that poster basically speaks to me because it's true to every company.
Yeah, there is no such thing as job security.
Nope. Or loyalty.
A little bit of sobering imagery in DuckTales. Kind of bringing me down a little bit. Okay, a couple comments about Graves. One, he crushes cell phones with alarming ease. Two, his voice reminds me of Shere Khan from Tailspin a little bit.
Might be.
Or even the Jungle Book. You could just see him telling that Infernal Mowgli that he has 10 seconds before Shere Khan will just rip into him.
I kind of wish he'd rip into this doofus.
You're not a fan of Mark Beaks?
No, I am not. He sounds like every CEO I would like to just die. Okay, this thing has way too many steps.
A lot of moving parts in Flint Arts' plan. I love the enthusiasm with which he's presenting it. It's like, and then he'll jump into the pool, which is filled with sharks.
I have a shark guy.
I have a shark guy. He's really good.
Oh. Okay, so how has nobody reported that? I know they're trying to do like the chill Google kind of thing here with some Facebook stuff, but you'd think at least somebody on the outside would have posted something.
What this is, it's like if a James Bond villain henchman infiltrated Apple. Fuck, I love Flint Art Glomgold in this show.
And he was never heard from again.
So the beard is clearly fake.
Yep.
What did you think of the Infernal internship of Mark Beaks?
This episode was way better than the last one. And the last one was still okay. So,
like, I like both these episodes. It got us away from the kids' adventures and away from Duckburg at least a little bit. Yeah, the Mark Beaks one was hilarious. The Gladstone one was also a cool Donald and Gladstone episode, because as much as I hate Gladstone, it's cool that they're incorporating the Karl Barks characters and the other old comics characters. I need to stop attributing Karl Barks to everything. It wasn't all him, right? So
yeah, no, these were good episodes, and
yeah, the next episode is going to be the one that should have aired immediately after the first one. But it'll still be good because, again, these 8 episodes apparently didn't... Like the serialization is such that the stuff that counts on these happens after. And these episodes, the ones that did rely on each other, did air in their right order, right? So
yeah, I mean, we're not talking the same sort of clusterfuck that happened with Ladybug.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And no matter what they want to say on that one, when I can go and watch later episodes and say, hey, wait, this happens before this because of the events of this, that had a proper airing order. No matter what they want to say.
That's another one I gotta get out because season 2 is gonna be on Netflix here soon.
7 days.
What? It's 7 days away? I thought it was like December. How much do I have to do this week?
Aquarion. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was wrong. Thursday.
I have to put up Blood Blockade Battlefront and the first episode of the new season we just did. And all of Ladybug season 1. And I gotta stay on top of DuckTales, which we just finished. Oh, Symphogear too, man. Okay, I gotta start an official company that I'm the head of, hire you, and hire an editor! That's real talk, that's what Super Best Friends does. Matt is like the actual CEO of them.
Uh-huh.
I gotta do this. I need a business loan.
Yes, but we need income before we can do such a thing.
When has income ever stopped anyone?
When the intern comes back, or the editor comes back and tries to say, pay me, and we say, oh, you were working for free.
I just shove them, then they beat the shit out of me because they're actually way stronger. Oh no. Okay. A society that chooses to dress as mummies in honor of a mummified ruler, that's cool. That's a neat idea. Having to wrap yourself in proper bandaging every damn day seems like a hassle. Like, I already hate to spend more than 2 minutes tops getting ready in the morning. The thought of I'd have to bandage myself too, that adds at least another 10 minutes to that.
Yeah, yes.
And that's obscene.
Yes, but you see, unlike you, they're dealing with respect.
Oh, I clean up great. The key is to get ready the night before.
Gross.
Yeah, gross. Disgusting, that prep.
I also want to hear about this. I want an in-depth description of their burgeoning sand trade.
They have crops. I don't know how, but they do.
Well, they really don't have crops. They have weeds that they're pulling.
That if they eat it, it's a crop. Dave.
Okay, look. No. If your crop is nothing but a bunch of weeds, just because you eat it doesn't make it a crop.
That's exactly what a crop is, Dave. It's a plant you eat.
It's potatoes or something, sure, but not a weed.
No, that's your own subjective bias getting into the mix. It doesn't matter what the plant is.
Of course, it's bias.
If there's a structured growing up for food, it's crops. I'm sorry, only vegetables you consider palatable count as crops to you.
Yes. Yeah, so that's fake.
Yeah, this is an Oz situation. Strange take, setting it in an Egyptian mummy scenario, but cool.
That's Disney.
I was worried when he said his golden reward that he was going to shower them with...
Disney wouldn't do a golden shower scene.
I was going to say gold, you fucking pervert.
Bandages in lieu of pay.
Wow, it's eerily similar to 2017 Earth.
No, they have food.
Dark. No, I agree. I approve of burritos being the reason for insurrection. Burritos are great.
Bring me burrito or give me death. It doesn't quite have the same ring to
No, I think it has a great ring. Personally, I think you're onto something here, Dave. The all we need to do is give downtrodden Americans burritos, and they'll rise up against Trump.
Oh,
No
God.
racism or bias against Mexican food there.
You do realize the burrito's not Mexican, right?
The burrito is Mexican. Tacos are not Mexican. The burrito is fucking Mexican.
Okay, my bad.
Also, even though tacos didn't originate in Mexico, they've still been adopted there.
Oh, sure.
Because culinary culture evolves.
Sure.
It's like people are like, the real pizza's in Italy. Shut the fuck up. It's been all over the world.
Agreed.
We've got a couple of locations in the city of a place called Taco Del Mar where you can just they'll make a burrito in front of you. You pick what kind of beans you want, you pick what kind of protein you want, extra stuff and salsa. It's fucking delightful. I like to get the burrito bowls because they're less messy, but sometimes a burrito is what one desires. My only issue with burritos is some places will use cilantro, and I have that weird defect where the cilantro hits my taste buds and makes everything taste like soap. You have to ask, some of their things have cilantro, you have to ask which one doesn't, and then they'll give you that, but otherwise, yeah, burritos are great. And that's the underlying message of this episode, that burritos are good and worth overthrowing your rulers for.
Might want to tell your mummy about it.
I don't get where that pun is supposed to go. Are you implying that I should tell my own mother about burritos? Because I can make my own. I slow-cooked burrito ingredients and actually bought all the ingredients, cut them up, and made burritos people could stuff. It was fucking delightful.
This is another good episode.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're getting some more of the adventure stuff now.
I took some pork shoulder, made some pulled pork with salsa, some carnitas. It was fucking delightful. Even though you're a weirdo who doesn't like delicious pulled pork, it makes for fantastic burritos.
I'm sure people with no taste would enjoy it.
You are not allowed to make fun of people's tastes, asshole. Not you.
Oh, I'm allowed.
Folks, these have been the first 8 episodes of DuckTales 2017. This is the 8th of 8, which means that they should be back on track now. I'm not sure when the next one comes out, if it's just going to be next week, or if we're in for a wait. Hopefully not as long as the wait we've been with Steven Universe. But
knowing Disney, this could be another year until we get more.
I mean, fuck, look at Gravity Falls. 2 seasons, 4 years,
Well, that even got worse, because it was, almost a year in between the first half of Season 2 and the second half?
And it was almost a year between the 2 seasons period as well.
Yeah.
No, it was a year between those two.
Mm-hmm.
We're lucky we started watching it when we did. Real talk.
So yeah, Disney, don't do a massive delay here. We're getting really tired of delays on your shows, like Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
We got new ones coming soon, though.
Finally.
Not really finally. We haven't been waiting as long for Star as we have for Steven Universe. Not a Disney show, but still.
Which show?
Oh, right. The show that shall not be named. Folks, thank you so much for watching us watch this Watch Us Back. We are Carl's Name Anime Review, the best anime review reaction show on the internet. You can find us at animereview.xyz, where we review and react to a bunch of other great shows, like Star vs. Force of Evil, Princess Principal, Yuki Yuna, a.k.a. Yuki Yuna Why You Should Daru, a.k.a. Yuki Yuna is a Hero. The thing has fucking 5 titles. Yeah. And we've been doing Let's Plays lately. Maybe let us know what you think of those, too.
Tune in next time.
Bye.